What is up, Fragrance family? My hair is looking a little bit cray cray. Oh well, I was gonna roll with it. It's late at night. Who cares? Gonna look a little wild today. Anyhow, we are looking at something somewhere between exciting and what's the word I'm looking for? Divisive, controversial. It's been on some of my fellow reviewers' radar here as of late. And I don't know how many of you are aware of it. I'm wearing it right here on my wrist. I recently sprayed about 3 medium light spritzes. And I want to thank Seb or Sebastian of, I think it's called something smelling scents. Oh, let me look it up. I don't want to misquote. I'm terrible with names of titles. It's called Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. My bad. I think years and years ago, he had what in my mind was a slightly catchier name. I'm not throwing shade at you, Seb. I love your channel, but I know that when you first started, your name to me was a lot more symbolic of, it just sounded catchier and it was easier to remember. And Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews is just a little bit, tiny bit long, but wonderful, wonderful guy. Fantastic channel, absolutely fantastic shows with excellent production values, incredible niche products. I urge you guys, if you have not put your eyes or your collective noses, as it were, on scents that Sebastian is trying to get us to be aware of, I highly, highly urge you to check out his channel. I will put a link down below just to one of his random videos, and you can go there and hopefully you will subscribe. At any rate, he turned me on to this fragrance, and it is, where did I put this guy? I think this is a 11 mils or something like that, or 15 mils. So I don't know if can the camera pick that up. It's Soul by Costume National. This is from NorCal Scents on eBay. So Costume National Soul EDP, that is Eau de Parfum, or Eau de Parfum, perfume, however you want to say it. And this dropped, let me see when this dropped. So Costume National, for you guys who don't know, they are a designer, high-end fashion designer, I believe out of Italy, I want to say. I don't think they're French. Could be wrong. Let's see. Or are they? Maybe I've got it wrong. Let's see. I could swear they were Italian, but yes, yeah, that's correct. They are indeed from Italia. They have 15 perfumes in their fragrance base. I don't know how true that is, but according to Fragrantica, the earliest edition was created in 2002, and the newest is from 2018. They're largely made in collaboration with perfumers from IFF, Juliet Karagazoglu. I hope I'm saying that right. Juliet, I apologize. I'm probably terribly mincing her name. Karagazoglu. Anyways, I'll find out hopefully in the future how better to pronounce her last name. I apologize for that. Dominique Opion, Ennio Capassa, Antoine Lier, and Laurent Bullier. And those are the primary noses they have worked with. And then I'll briefly list names of the fragrance that they have actually created, and that is 21. These are going to be all unisex, and guys, unless I specifically mention man and woman, then just assume they're unisex. So 21 unisex. Costume National Homme, obviously men, hence the word homme. Cyber Garden, men. It's a green bottle. I'm expecting something green themed. I don't know. vetiver, fir, something pine, something like that. Pop collection, women, red bottle. Have no idea what that's supposed to smell like. Fresh petals and floral, I would imagine. Scent, clear bottle, women. I'm picturing white musk and maybe some metallic and herbal aquatics or something. Who knows? Scent, cool gloss for women. That looks a little bit something like a peachy floral is what I'm guessing, or something along those lines with white musk. I don't know, just to guess. Scent gloss again for women. Pink bottle, more of a slightly raspberry or chartreuse pink. I'm guessing probably more the same. Maybe a little raspberry in there. Who knows? Scent intense for women. Black bottle. I'm guessing something dark, noir, woodsy, possibly oudi and scentsy, smoky, darker musk. Dark. You get the theme. It's a black bottle. That's what I'm expecting. Now, I've never smelled any of those, so I have no freaking idea. Scent intense parfum. And that's the same exact scent, but done up as a perfume. Now, I say same exact, I mean, air quotes, right? It might smell quite a bit different, and it might simply smell identical, but have greater longevity, greater projection, whatever. Scent Intense Parfum Limited Edition for women, for sort of a Ferrari lipstick red type bottle. Actually, not Ferrari red, but I don't know, maybe a darker lipstick red. Yeah, probably more of the same. Who knows? I don't know. Lipstick, leather, and strawberries. I have no idea. Scent Intense Parfum Red Edition. And that one really is a Ferrari fire truck red. Beautiful color. That's a unisex. I have no idea what that's supposed to smell like. I'm going to guess patchouli, musk, a little bit of floral, some herbs, and spices would be my guess. But who knows? Scent sheer, clear bottle. I'm guessing something very light, maybe aquatic, herbaceous, oriental, maybe a little bit of an aquatic fougere, just a guess. Then So Nude for women, light beige, cream color. I'm guessing creamy, amber, some wood, maybe a hint of oud, some cedar, stuff like that. Maybe some kind of really mild floral, just a guess. Then they have So Nude Eau de Toilette. Okay, same thing, but dumbed down, more aquatic, whatever, less think power. And finally, we get to this infamous Soul Unisex, which comes in a beautiful bottle with amber, orangey liquid juice inside, which looks yummy. Okay. Anybody out there, my bad for not giving a heads up. I normally would not be doing a episode this late, but the bug just bit me and I had to get this off my chest. We'll see if Mike tunes in or any of my regular local yokels. At any rate, let's get on with it. Now, I had posted to Seb or Sebastian from Smelling the Great Fragrances channel. Did I say that right? Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. Okay, yes. I had posted to him about maybe 2 weeks ago that I tried this, and I came down kind of harsh on it, somewhat negative, and I said, no big, no bold. I don't get it. End of story. And pretty much wrote it off. And then I thought, maybe I just didn't spray enough on me. Sometimes these little decants can just sit for a while, and what you get pumping out the first couple sprays isn't the full blend. And I really did go quite light on that first little take. So I thought a week passed, and I thought, let me just go ahead and do my more typical overspraying or heavier spraying. So I did about 5-6 spritzes, and this time had a very, very quite different, although not entirely different, but very, very distinct experience from the first time. So it was much bolder. It was much spicier. It was much bigger, projected, and lasted a lot longer on my skin, although it's nowhere near any of my record holders. But it was very, very decent this time. Whereas the first time, it just seemed to vape out after like an hour or something. It was all but gone, except right up on the skin. Now, I am not in love with this fragrance, but it is very, very intriguing, and it's one that I've kind of had to try to wrap my brain around what it's really, really trying to do and what this does, what it represents, what it maybe can do for you. So let's first get into the notes. Having said that, I'm not at all convinced that the notes listed in Fragrantica paints the complete picture. I don't think any of them do normally, but I think this one's hiding a couple just rather blatantly. Could be wrong about that, but that's my opinion. I'm sticking to it for now. Okay, so this dropped in 2015, as I mentioned a little bit earlier. This carries currently around a 4.32 rating on Fragrantica, or Fragrantica, however you want to say it. I don't know what the correct pronunciation is over there. I think it's Finnish or something website, or Dutch. I apologize if I got that wrong. I know it's pretty much somewhere over there in that region, close to the Netherlands, Finland, somewhere like that. Again, apologies. I'm probably getting that wrong, but just broadly speaking, I know for a fact that they're based over there. But it's weird. This scent is growing on me, but at the same time, there's aspects about it that I absolutely kind of, I don't want to say hate. That's too strong a word, but that I really don't quite enjoy or like that much. But then there's other aspects about the fragrance that I really, really, really enjoy, and it's a bit of a conundrum. It's a bit perplexing, but anyways, let's get into it. So, Dominique Ropion was the nose who co-worked this up, or maybe he's responsible for the majority of it. I have no idea. Maybe he did all of it. I don't know, but at any rate, he gets the credit. So he's listing this, or they are, as an oriental scent of a strong and unique character. Now, I would definitely say this is unique. This is very, very unique. Muy único. It says the richness and rare quality of raw materials, some of them coming from the prestigious LMR laboratory in Grasse, together with the ultimate technologies, create a warm, sensual, elegant, and charismatic perfume, which embodies the true soul of Costume National. The pure and solid glass reveals the natural, beautiful orange color of the fragrance, and it is embellished by the iconic black logo. The box is matte black with a soft touch finish, which contrasts with the intensity of the vivid orange logo. The result is a sophisticated, strong, and unique creation, available as a 100 ml parfum. Okay, I'm just trying to kind of ape some of those commercial voiceover guys, but whatever. Let's get into the notes again. So the notes are some kind of warm, spicy accords. I will touch more on what that is, what those consist of. Oud, amber, vanilla, ever present for the last 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 years, and almost every perfume out there in the whole wide world. I'm being a little facetious, but we all know, guys, vanilla is just maybe too ubiquitous, but it is so excellent, right? Okay, then there's animalic notes. Well, we'll get in it. We'll touch on what I think partly is making up some of those animalic accords or notes. Anybody tuning in yet? I know it's really, really late. Okay, just trying to keep up with the chat. Okay. Agar wood, bergamot, I think. Yeah, bergamot. Ambergris, or ambergris, however you want to say it. The French is definitely ambergris. Vanilla, vanilla. Leather, or piel, or cuir, or cuello. Yeah, I'll talk about how I smell these in a minute, but let me just first get these out of the way, and then we can move on. Cardamom, patchouli, pink pepper, geranium. Yeah, we already mentioned the bergamot. Okay. Aspects that I really like and that kind of jump out to me with this scent. would be, in no particular order, but I'll try to list them in order of importance. Ambergris is extremely obvious in this scent and quite potent, although maybe not quite as strong. I think I forgot to do a review on the House of Rasasi. I bought that one. I forget the name of it now. That has the strong ambergris. I think it's called ambergris showers or something like that. I own that, and I don't know. I don't think I ever uploaded my review of that. I could be wrong. I'll double check. That has an even stronger ambergris note in it. This is not quite that strong, but it's quite obvious, I should say. But it's nowhere near as strong as ambergris showers. I hope I got that name right, from the House of Rasasi. What else? The cardamom is quite prevalent here, and that's definitely where a lot of the spice is coming from, sort of just off-gassing. The patchouli is quite obvious, although I wouldn't say heavy, if that makes any sense. A lot of these notes in here have the very strangest way I've ever noticed in any perfume I've ever put my nose on, of somehow vaping off quite obviously, like effusing off very obviously, right? You obviously smell it, but it's not hitting you with a ton of force. So it's strong but soft at the same time, which is really quite bizarre. And I don't know how in the world they achieve that, because this isn't something like, oh, I smell a hint of cardamom, or I smell a hint of patchouli, or a hint of ambergris. I mean, they're very obvious, right? But they're not just hitting you over the head with a gigantic log or a 2x4. Okay, so moving on. The leather is definitely very prominent as well. And it kind of just holds the middle ground for much of the duration of the scent. Like it's there sort of as some kind of horizon grounding, or like in the old masters painting, like the ground here is definitely leather and ambergris, and then of course the agar wood or the oud and the patchouli, along with that cardamom. Those really form the central pillars and base. And then again, along with that cardamom, a lot of the other aspects of spice that are coming out are absolutely being generated by that pink pepper, which is giving just a nice little sizzle on top, almost somewhere between like a softer, redder herbal pepper. I know that makes no sense, but it's not quite as piquant as black pepper, right? But it has a more gentle, rounder sort of heat on it. The vanilla is obvious but soft. It's obviously there, but it's very soft, quite gentle, very gentlemanly, very ladylike, however you want to say it. The geranium also sort of sneaks in, and it's a little bit obvious, but not as obvious as the other notes in a way, if that makes any sense. And so this all goes to sort of create a very unique signature scent profile. It's really not one that I've ever smelled anywhere else. Now, downsides for me. I think also there's the note of, or I don't know how they're getting it, but there's quite a note of something like onto amber or akin to amber. Whether or not that's coming from the amber and ambergris, I have no idea, but there is quite some note of like an orangey amber vibe, aroma, and well, it's interesting. I'm not the biggest fan of amber, quite frankly, but okay. That being said, a couple of minor negatives for me besides that, which not necessarily negative, not necessarily positive, but for me, it has a bit of the waxy, resinous aspect, coupled with just a little bit of lipstick smell type vibe. So it definitely has some fairly pronounced waxy resinous aspect. Although I would say that fades after the first 3 hours or so, becomes quite a bit less. And that lipstick vibe is somewhere between straddling a lipstick smell and like the inside of a glossy leather ladies handbag, right? Something right in between that type of smell. I mean, I've never been the biggest fan at all of lipstick smell, but I don't want you to think that I'm saying that the whole fragrance smells like that. It certainly does not. I'm simply saying that there is a little obvious aspect of it that does. So if the fragrance blossom or window or palette is out to here, I'm saying that there's a lipstick vibe thingy somewhere like in here or over here on the side. It's there, but it's not dominating the entire scent. So for me, those 2 or 3 aspects are detractors for me that take this from being something truly special or great, or at least something that I would truly prefer. But again, having said that, there's still something very, very intriguing about the scent, and it definitely does have a lot to offer. And I definitely want to encourage, and thank you again, Sebastian, for putting my nose under this. Guys, go ahead and get out there, get yourself a decant. It will not set you back very much. I think maybe, depending on the size you get, anywhere from like, I don't know, $10 or $12 all the way up to like $40 for like, I don't know, this big or bigger. I don't know, something like that. Maybe $22 or $25, something like this. Not bad. The bottle retails for $150 or more. So it's expensive, but it's nowhere near uber expensive. It's nowhere near the Creeds, the Bikilian. It's not anywhere north of say niche or uber luxury design lines that are going to start at like 200 and up, let's say, especially not the $400 bottles, not Clive Christian, none of that. No, not Roja Dove. This is 150 is doable for the average Joe, Mo and Larry out there that has a job and that works, full time or even part time. Just save your dollars for a rainy day. Yeah, I think part of it is, guys, that there's nobody chiming in, is that it's the weekend. Y'all are all out partying. It's Friday night. It's payday for a lot of us. And again, apologies. I gave no heads up about this live session. I normally do not do them at this hour on a Friday night, but the bug kind of bit me, and I've had some coffee, and I thought, what the heck? It's been a few days since I last posted. Anyways, big shout out to all you guys and fans out there. Thank you so much for subscribing. Please click the bell for future updates, and if you like, subscribe. And that's going to wrap it up. Again, I didn't fall in love with this fragrance, but it is really, really intriguing. I'm still trying to sort of process, everything that I like about it. Do I love anything about it? Some of the things I don't really like about it, but it's an interesting scent. It's fairly pleasant overall. Quite intriguing, quite interesting. Definitely doesn't smell like hardly anything else out there. And it's definitely unisex, although I would say it almost leans a little bit more masculine. I'd say maybe 5 to 10% more masculine, just my opinion. But there's definitely some feminine touches in there. So I see the unisex moniker as being absolutely appropriate. That is going to do it. I've run a little bit over time, but no biggie. Catch you on the rebound if you like. Again, please subscribe. Click the bell. Spray often. Spray well. Live life on your terms, not someone else's. Peace out. Love you guys.